Chapter 1, 1610. Incomplete form of Gu as before. Translator, Atlas Studios. Editor, Atlas Studios. Shan Clan. 150 kilograms of 8 parts jade. I want it within 3 days at the latest. Fang Yuan demanded strongly. Shan Clan's immortal looked quite unsightly. 8 parts jade is a rank 8 immortal material. Treasure Yellow Heaven usually has transactions of only up to 5 kilograms. It is difficult for my clan to bring out so many at once. Ha ha ha! I believe in your great clan's strength. Who does not know that Shang clan is the richest force of southern border? Fang Yin sneered. No matter how Shang clan negotiated, the conditions did not change. Ba clan. Where is my 7 treasures water? Fang Yuan urged. Ba clan's immortal quickly responded. We have already gathered the 7 treasures water. We can trade the goods for person at the same time. Ha 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 ha! Fang Yuan laughed heartily. Good, good. To express my sincerity, I might as well hand over a batch first. What is this? Ba Clan's Gu Immortal was shocked and furious. You don't recognize it? This is the arm of your clan's Gu Immortal. Fang Yuan's voice was slow and unperturbed. Fang Yuan, what is the meaning of this? You want to take back your clan's Gu Immortal with just some 7 treasures water? It won't be that easy, right? Or are you taking me for a fool? If you don't satisfy me, I will simply kill him. Oh, that's right. I will be sure to record the process of killing him and display it in Treasure Yellow Heaven. Or maybe I can sell this person to Wu Clan? Ha 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 ha. Fang Yuan laughed loudly. Ba Clan's Gu Immortal almost grinded his teeth into pieces. After a good while, Ba Clan Gu Immortal squeezed out his words through clenched teeth. Fang Yuan, we can talk this through. Sure we can talk. That is not a problem. First, hand over the 7 treasures water to display your Ba Clan's sincerity. With all due respect, your clan wants to overthrow Wu Clan to become the #1 force of southern border. How could you be so petty? Wu Clan is not hesitating to pay any price for an external supreme elder. Meanwhile, your Ba Clan's Gu Immortal is your own bloodline descendant. Can you watch him die? What does your first supreme elder think? Can you truly be so cold and unfeeling? Fang Yuan's each word was piercing, causing the Ba Clan Gu Immortal to be pale and furious, but also helpless. Luo Clan, Hu Clan, Chai Clan. These were Fang Yuan's second wave of extortion targets. As for Tai Clan, Wu Clan, and others, he did not make a move on them yet. Fang Yuan mentioned all kinds of demands to these clans. He naturally encountered resistance during the extortion. But Fang Yuan had hostages in his hands, and with his location being extremely secretive, unable to be deduced, he firmly held the initiative. Southern Border's righteous path was helpless, and could only bitterly satisfy Fang Yuan's demands. Among them, Xia Clan's sincerity was the highest. Those 10 portions of Spiral Dawn Light were the first to end up in Fang Yuan's hands. Despite Xia Clan's Gu Immortal shouting about how difficult it had been to gather these Spiral Dawn Light, Fang Yuan knew how robust these super forces' foundation was. Satisfying his demands were within their capabilities. It was just that the difficulty was a little high. Spiral Dawn Light, 8 parts jade, 7 treasures water. These immortal materials were either rank 8 materials or rank 7, but with high quantity, all these materials were successively sent to Fang Yuan. Soon, Fang Yuan had most of the required immortal materials to construct Year Essence Pool. This efficiency was truly shocking. If Fang Yuan had to gather these himself, he would need to spend at least a dozen years under the situation that he was lucky. Fang Yuan's foundation was deep, but in terms of accumulating immortal materials, he was completely unable to compare to these super forces that had thousands and even tens of thousands of years of history. Naturally, the immortal materials Fang Yuan requested were not just for constructing Year Essence Pool. Many of the immortal materials were in the preparation for immortal Gu refinement. At this moment, the Time Path clone arrived in front of an immortal formation. This is the last time, after this plunder, none of these Southern Border Gu immortals will have any immortal Gu left. Southern Border's righteous path had 13 super clans: Wu Clan, Ba Clan, Shang Clan, Tai Clan, Hu Clan, Luo Clan, Chao Clan, Chai Clan, Xia Clan, Yi Clan, Qi clan, Yang clan, and Yao clan. Fang Yuan could battle rank 8. If they could kill Fang Yuan, every clan would profit. So each clan had mobilized one of their Gu immortal experts, with at least rank 7 cultivation and peak battle strength. Xia clan's first supreme elder had personally set to the task of leading these experts to prevent any internal conflicts. Each of these Gu immortal experts had at least 2 to 3 immortal Gu. Some had 4 or 5 immortal Gu like Xia. On average, each had 3. Fang Yuan had not finished looting, but the total amount of immortal Gu he had accumulated from them already broke the count of 100. Immortal killer move. Great thief ghost hand. Looking at a pure dream reality seeker physique body drag out Yang Ku from the dream realm, Fang Yuan immediately got to work. A rank 7 immortal Gu was looted. Fang Yuan was immediately exalted. It was Soul Search Immortal Gu. This Soul Search Immortal Gu was a rank 7 Gu, which would be helpful to Fang Yuan in searching their souls. But this Gu can only be considered icing on the cake. Even without Soul Search Immortal Gu, I can use other Soul Path Immortal Gu to create a Soul Search Immortal Killer move. Just that, this process will be much more convenient with this Immortal Gu. It would be better if I had gotten Devour Soul Immortal Gu instead of this Soul Search. Shadow Sect had once possessed Devour Soul Immortal Gu. If Fang Yuan had it at this moment, it would be much easier for him to extract these southern border Gu immortal souls out of their body. His current methods required him to go through a lot of trouble for this. Yang Ku had 3 Soul Path Immortal Gu altogether. There was no Devour Soul Gu among the next 2 Gu, regretfully. The final person was Wu Clan's Liu Hao. This person had a method to restrain my fixed immortal travel. Let me take a good look at you. Fang Yuan repeatedly activated his killer move, finally stilling an immortal Gu after a while. Hey! Fang Yuan was stunned. This immortal Gu directly self-destructed the moment it was taken out of the immortal aperture. What is this situation? Cold light flickered within Fang Yuan's eyes. He continued to steal, but he could only take out remnant parts of Gu worms. Be it immortal Gu or mortal Gu, they had self-detonated following the first immortal Gu. Fang Yuan carefully distinguished these Gu worms' parts and soon discovered this was a clever refinement path method. As long as one of these Gu worms left the immortal aperture, every Gu would self-detonate simultaneously. There is actually such a method. This refinement path method is nothing ordinary. It is absolutely at the level of long-hair ancestor. Looks like this Gu immortal being recruited by Wu Clan is not simple. He is very likely to be a person of heavenly court. Fang Yuan immediately deduced the truth. There were 3 great experts of refinement path in the Gu immortal history. They were all supreme grandmasters. Besides long-hair ancestor from the medieval antiquity era, there were old eccentric Tian Nan from remote antiquity era and old immortal Kong Zhuo from old antiquity era. And these 2 were humans. Most of their true inheritances were collected by heavenly court. Fang Yuan had once disguised as Wu Yihai and infiltrated Wu Clan, so he was extremely clear about Wu Clan's foundation. Wu Clan did not have such a refinement path method. Fang Yuan's expression was slightly dark. This method was beyond his expectation, catching him off guard and causing him slight losses. At the same time, he also realized, I had intended to use Year's Flow execution formation to lure and expose Heavenly Court's arrangement in the River of Time. But I had not expected Heavenly Court to infiltrate into Southern Border's team to hunt me down. Dangerous. Based on Fairy Z-Way's methods, she would not have just sent this person, she definitely arranged more backup plans. Fortunately, I left quickly back then and did not waste time on Lu Wei Yin. Wu Clan is Southern Border's #1 righteous path force, but it was actually so easily infiltrated by Heavenly Court? This is not so simple. Mostly likely Wu Yong brought in Heavenly Court to deal with me. He is indeed a formidable character, unafraid of this matter being exposed and violating a taboo of Southern Border's Gu immortal world. Thinking of this, Fang Yuan's thoughts turned as he once again casted his gaze at the immortal Gu carcasses in his hand. Gu as before, he softly mumbled. Gu as before was a concept he had envisioned before. He had thought about it because of man as before and landscape as before. When a Gu worm was injured or destroyed, using Gu as before could restore them to their previous state. However, although this concept sounded good, The deeper one researched into it, the more they realized how impractical it was. Mortal Gu had Tao marks. Immortal Gu were the fragments of the great Tao. To restore them, Gu as before's might and level had to far surpass the target. This alone signified that Gu as before would not be as practical as man as before, and landscape as before. Not to mention the tremendous difficulty in using it. But now Fang Yuan could almost see a trace of Gu as before in these Gu worm carcasses. These Gu worms are clearly of space path, but refinement path Tao marks have been added, which when activated would destroy them. Since refinement path was specialized in refining Gu, it was naturally also proficient in destroying Gu worms. Maybe these Gu worm carcasses have more value to me than the stolen immortal Gu. A sharp light flashed past Fang Yuan's eyes. In the ambush before, Liu Hao had used fixed space immortal Gu to restrain Fang Yuan's fixed immortal travel. Heavenly Court adopted such a contingency measure not just because they did not want fixed space immortal Gu to land in Fang Yuan's hand. In fact, there were many methods other than fixed space immortal Gu to restrain fixed immortal travel. On the contrary, I might be able to find clues from these Gu worm carcasses to refine Gu as before immortal Gu. Fang Yuan carefully stored these Gu worm carcasses. In this case, there was a lot to learn and research upon. Naturally, the better method was to directly refer to Heavenly Court's methods in inheritance. But this possibility was practically impossible for Fang Yuan. I have absorbed the long-hair true meaning. My refinement path attainment has reached quasi-supreme grandmaster. But in the history of refinement path, there are still two other monumental figures equal to long-hair ancestor, old eccentric Tian Nan and old immortal Kong Ju. Most of these two's inheritances have definitely been pocketed by Heavenly Court. Fang Yuan sighed inwardly. He could clearly see the opportunity to refine Gu as before, but Heavenly Court was like a heavenly moat obstructing Fang Yuan's path.